So apparently, the Sidney Sweeney American sorry. So apparently, the Sidney Sweeney American Eagle commercial is still making people have a conniption fit. Still making people have their, oh, this is wrong, she's pretty, she's talking about jeans, which means she's a Nazi kind of crap. But I don't really quite fully understand that. Well, actually, no, I do. It's from fucking psychos, but still. We're going to try and make logical sense out of it. Maybe, kind of, sort of, I don't know. But it's become such an issue that even the White House has now chimed in on this quote-unquote controversy that doesn't really exist, but it's fun to poke fun at. So we're going to keep continuing to poke fun at, well, the blue-haired, purple-eyebrow landwells on the left, okay? We're going to continue to do that, but, oh boy. Before we do that, I can't keep doing that voice. Do me the favor of hitting those like and subscribe buttons, and, you know, do as Ludwig says, and... Let's up those numbers! And, of course, leave a comment below on the YouTube. Hit the follow on the Kick and the Twitch, and that would be so very much appreciated. Now, let's get on to what we were talking about. Trump White House and VP Vance weigh in on Sidney Sweeney American Eagle controversy. Cancel culture run amok. Well, I don't think it's cancel culture run amok. I think it's just the last desperate gasp for air from the cancel culture style of the left, because they've realized, some of them anyway, that they have lost that particular battle, because you can only go and cancel people so many times before somebody realizes that you're probably, more than likely, full of absolute horseshit. And once the general public or the normie realizes that you're full of shit, you hold no more power. More importantly, though, once the person that you're trying to cancel realizes that you're powerless and have no say over what their life is like, then, well, you're just a shitty dream that person woke up from the next day and went, wow, that was fucking weird, huh? So we'll jump in here a little bit here. Let's see the couple of things they say, because it wants me to be a VIP member, and I'm not going to really do that right now. At some point, probably, because I do use that Park Place quite a bit. And I should probably support them where I can. So eventually, I probably will be a member. Plus that, technically, because I'd be doing it for, you know, quote-unquote, a job, you know, a job I don't make money off of, but still, quote-unquote, a job, I could also add it to my taxes at the end of the year and write it off anyway. So, let's go here. What's a couple things I have to say, then we'll move on to a video. What started as a seemingly innocuous advertising campaign for American Eagle jeans, because it was very much innocuous. It was just a white girl that, I'm sorry, really doesn't have an ass. Why is it white girls that have great tits don't have asses? Come on, really? Line has ballooned into a national debate touching on politics, culture, and cancel culture. Actress Sidney Sweeney, known for her roles in Euphoria and anyone but you. What, you're not going to put Madam Web on here? Became the face of the brand's latest push, sorry, I can't read. But a clever wordplay, and the ad sparked accusations. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. President Trump weighed in, defending Sweeney and lambasting critics. Okay, so, yeah, whatever. What? She just won the internet.
Who knew a busty blonde in blue jeans could trigger Donald Trump tier meltdowns from the left? As
Yeah, I know, it's fucking hilarious.
I honestly didn't even want to speak on it, but now that Dunkin' Donuts is also capitalizing on this meltdown marketing, I find it
Why not? Do it, right?
hilarious that companies are turning crying into currency. As this is the original ads that broke their brains.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sidney Sweeney.
This Sidney Sweeney commercial is so embarrassing. You are an embarrassment, Sidney Sweeney. Go back to school.
You're just mad that you don't have any tits. It's okay.
Or do some ayahuasca or something.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sidney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like,
And it's, oh my god, it's, why is the people who complain about shit like how a woman looks on things, or things of that nature, why is it always people you wouldn't want to fuck in the first place?
fascist weird. Like, Nazi propaganda weird.
The issue is it's marketing to white supremacy.
Oh, it just gets worse.
And if you're fine with that, great, you're a white supremacist.
Going off into insane theories.
I mean, it's no accident that Sidney Sweeney's initials are SS.
As even rappers are getting into this.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color. My genes are blue.
This
At what fucking... See, this is what gets me, okay? So you have Doja Cat here, and if anybody, you know, did the fake black talk or whatever, you know, the stereotypical shit, you're called a racist and all that fucking shit, right? But she, because of her particular skin color, can, do a basic white voice, which apparently to morons like her is... what? Some type of countryfied... some type of wannabe country voice that doesn't exist? Whatever. Moving on.
Often determining traits like hair color. My genes are blue.
This sign
Her genes are blee.
is specifically appropriate for these people. Your fragile triggers are not everybody else's responsibility. Unless we're talking about the SIG, but that's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
As nobody freaking out into their selfie cams really looks like the target demographic for a brand called American Eagle. But somehow these people...
Yeah, they're not quite the target demographic for people who actually want to look decent.
were programmed into thinking the entirety of the internet is only here to coddle your fragile feelings. Never mind the irony of someone straightening and bleaching their hair to look like Sidney Sweeney, then weeping at the idea of it occurring naturally being a good thing. But I guess only certain minorities are allowed to be proud about being
Ooh, blonde hair and blue eyes are a rare combination globally. 2% of the world population have blonde hair. Holy cow. And only 8 to 10% of the world have blue eyes. 0.5 to 1% actually have the combination. Holy cow. I didn't realize it was that rare.
different. At least these ads are working, adding $400 million to the company's value, having every single left-wing publication giving them top-to-bottom coverage.
I know, it's great, and it's fucking hilarious. I love it.
stating that this is Nazi propaganda, an unbridled shift towards whiteness.
Yeah, it's Nazi propaganda because people are stupid and can't spell the word jeans in the word gene. See, jeans, Jeans, like, the ones you put around your ass or a material, and they think that it means Genes, as in, oh my God, how you're put together.
And even Good Morning America dedicated an entire segment to it.
The blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
Activates troubling historical associations for this country. The American...
Yes, for this country, the American eugenics. Oh, what is that place that does nothing medical for women that gives out abortions like the candy? What is that fucking place? Oh, well, I'm sure you'll think of it.
And eugenics movement weaponized the idea of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
Despite that backlash, American Eagle
Oh, yeah.
stock has been soaring.
I can somewhat understand idiots online taking to social media to cry about how an ad offended them, but when mainstream news networks parrot those same talking points, that's when you know the pipeline from outrage to income is official, as even Dunkin' Donuts is now getting in on this.
Miss Tan, genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer.
Now, I originally thought dudes aren't gonna rush to social media to sob over this. I honestly believe men didn't need to see representation the same way women do, but
nope, not now.
Good God, was I wrong.
Bro, you sell f***ing coffee. What are you doing talking about genetics?
In this ad, he's talking about my genetics. First Sidney Sweeney and now this.
Now, I don't know.
Of course, the last guy has to sound like this, and the guy.
Anything about this Netflix star featured in that commercial, but it seems like the general consensus from the left is that he represents all the evil MAGA classifications they love to cancel, as just like Sidney Sweeney, his ad is getting bad press. But it's
oh, yeah, sure, give it bad press so that, you can give it more press. Isn't it? It's weird to me how these places never figure out, right? That if all they did was just go, okay, whatever, don't care, and moved on, nothing would happen. The commercial would come out, the, American Eagle commercial would have came out, everybody would like, hey, cool, Sidney Sweeney, she's hot. Anyway, moving on. The Dunkin' Donuts movie probably wouldn't have came out. Not movie, sorry. Commercial. Probably wouldn't have came out. But because they throw a fit and they make companies realize that this is going to put eyes on whatever they put out as long as it's within the realm of the Sweeney ad, then they're going to do it. Right? Why the fuck not? And I'm waiting for more companies to follow suit.
Seems like it originates from his social media presence, as Reddit calls out his liking of Texas Governor Greg Abbott, as obviously a Republican governor is going to have conservative views.
Oh, yeah?
And since the guy also likes other posts from actor Dean Cain, who criticizes terrible takes around Kyle Rittenhouse, who calls out attorneys who are notoriously known for race baiting, and retweets posts from the Dilbert guy, that's apparently all the evidence they need to try to cancel some actor, as I saw some other stuff about him sleeping with Netflix extras and being against the vaccines, but honestly it all seems to be more gossip and rumors, as they not only try to police the thoughts of actors, but whoever they might affiliate with, as the woke mob always eventually comes for everybody. So it was only a matter of time before normal people pushed back. The phrase "get woke, go broke" became an economic principle, as luxury car companies like Jaguar tried to rebrand woke and crashed their sales over 97%. As the internet's resident expert in ending wokeness suggests, Bud Light was the beginning of the end of this. It's just
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
It's funny how far it's swung the other way now, as it's no longer enough to promote your brand to your target demographic, ignoring the emotionally fragile fringes of society. Ad agencies can actually target these sobbing social media users as a form of free promotion for their products, since at this point in time, everybody—
Yeah, they can actually target them in a way that's going to probably make money and treat them like the morons that they are, instead of trying to advertise to the liberal lefty fucktards who don't spend the money in the first place. See, that was the problem that was happening. Companies and advertisers were going, well, you know, if I look on Twitter or X or Blue Sky or whatever it was happened to be at the time they're looking at, there sure are a lot of really loud people saying that we shouldn't do X, Y, and Z. You know what? If they don't want us to do X, Y, and Z, and that's not gonna put our product out there, you know what we're gonna do? We'll do what they want. We'll do A, B, and C. Oh wait, A, B, and C doesn't make people spend any money. Anyway, hey, how about we hire this person over here? He or she or it, whatever that thing is, they'll help us sell to A, B, and C because they're part of A, B, and C, right? Oh, it still doesn't work? And now we've hired people that aren't willing to go back to X, Y, and Z? Well, I guess we're fucked until we get rid of A, B, and C, huh?
can easily identify an ad on Instagram and naturally tune it out. But nothing brings your brand back into the spotlight than how much that brand offends the same people that probably hate you. As American Eagle managed to rebrand as more than a fashion choice, but a way to trigger the left. And I wouldn't be surprised to see more companies do the same. So if you want to trigger these shrieking
so, I mean, come on. If you keep doing the X, Y, and Z advertising, the sex sells because, since the beginning of time, for advertising, a pretty girl sells a lot more than an ugly one. And, well, it's the same for us guys, too. A good-looking dude sells more to even guys than an ugly one. Sex sells. Anyways, speaking of things selling, I'm going to sell myself now. And, please, do as Ludwig would do.
Let's up those numbers!
And hit those like and subscribe buttons on the YouTube. Comment down below to help me in the anals, the anal giggity, of the algorithm. And hit the follow on Twitch or Kick, whichever is your preference. And I will see you later on. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.